Friday was the day when the reality television celebrity, who is 22 years old and expecting their second child, was shown reacting in a video that was uploaded to YouTube. Her husband, Austin Forsythe, was also present. The question that was posed to her was, "Have you guys heard about the coronavirus?" Following her laughter, the celebrity responded, "I believe that almost everyone has," she stated. During the conversation, she was seated in close proximity to her fellow hosts and was holding Austin in her arms. It is a response to the criticism that Joy-Anna received when she posted pictures on Instagram that showed her assisting with the rescue efforts for the tornado which occurred in Arkansas. Even though she was wearing a mask, her fans were concerned that she was spending too much time with other people and not establishing a social distance between herself and them. What a terrible thing this is. Be aware that you still need to maintain a physical distance of 6 feet. Your proximity to one another is way too near. This neighborhood is about to be slammed with a wave of COVID cases, which is the last thing that it is going to need, one person wrote. Another individual wrote, "The 6-foot rule is not being enforced." The woman, who was experiencing a miscarriage the previous year, had said that she was volunteering her time to assist families who had lost their houses as a result of the tornadoes that occurred the previous year. Arkansas is a place that holds a very special place in my heart. Oh, it is home. As a result, when a tornado struck Jonesboro, Arkansas, the previous weekend, I was completely aware that I wanted to donate my assistance to families who had lost their houses, she wrote. Continuing, she said, "My thoughts and prayers are with the families, businesses, and communities that have been impacted by the tornado. On the other hand, I am aware from personal experience that people in Arkansas tend to band together, and I was pleased to see a large number of individuals there to provide a helping hand. My prayers and sympathies are with the people of Jonesboro at this time for them." More than a month ago, Joy-Anna and Austin shared the joyful news that they are expecting a child by posting a picture of her growing belly. Yes, it is absolutely correct. She captioned the photo, "At Austin Forsythe and I are expecting another child." Oh my! In reference to the miscarriage that occurred a year ago, she stated, "It has been quite the crazy journey these past few months, but we are so thankful that mom and baby are healthy." Gideon, who is 2 years old, is the couple's son. During the month of August, they are expecting a little girl who will be their rainbow baby. In the month of May in 2017, the reality TV stars tied the knot. In a world where the global coronavirus pandemic has changed the lives of millions, celebrities, influencers, and reality stars alike have found themselves at the center of intense scrutiny. And one such figure who has faced significant backlash recently is Joy-Anna DUGGAR, known for her appearance on the reality TV show 19 Kids and Counting and its spin-off Counting On. In a new video that surfaced online, Joy-Anna was caught laughing when asked about the COVID-19 virus, sparking outrage among fans who felt her response was dismissive and irresponsible. The reaction came after she and her family faced increasing criticism for not adhering to strict self-isolation measures that many other public figures, particularly in the entertainment industry, had taken seriously during the early days of the pandemic. The DUGGAR family's public persona. The DUGGAR family, originally famous for their large family and their deeply conservative lifestyle, have always garnered attention. From their beliefs about modesty and traditional gender roles to their controversial views on marriage and parenting, the DUGGAR family's every move has been documented by millions of fans and critics alike. The reality show that followed the family's day-to-day life, 19 Kids and Counting, eventually led to a spinoff, Counting On, which continued to showcase the DUGGAR's lives as the children grew older and started their own families. Joy-Anna DUGGAR, the 19th child of Jim Bob and Michelle DUGGAR, has lived much of her life in the spotlight. From her courtship with Austin Forsythe to the birth of their 2 children, Joyanna has been a regular feature in the Duggar family's TV specials and social media posts. But like many public figures, she has also found herself embroiled in controversy from time to time. In 2020, when the coronavirus pandemic began spreading worldwide, the Duggar family, who had always maintained a relatively public lifestyle, found themselves in a unique position. While many celebrities and public figures were posting about their self-isolation and taking extra precautions, the Duggars' reaction was different. The coronavirus outbreak and its impact on the Duggar family. As news of the coronavirus spread and lockdowns began in various parts of the world, public health experts urged individuals to practice social distancing and self-isolation in an effort to flatten the curve and prevent the spread of the virus. Schools, restaurants, and businesses closed, and large gatherings were prohibited. For most people, this meant staying home and limiting contact with others to reduce the risk of exposure. For the Duggar family, however, things played out differently. While the majority of the country remained in lockdown and complied with government guidelines, the Duggar family appeared to have a much more relaxed approach to the pandemic. In photos and videos shared on social media, many Duggar family members were seen engaging in large social gatherings, traveling, and interacting with extended family members, often without adhering to the guidelines laid out by health authorities. Joyanna Duggar, in particular, came under fire for her decision to continue living her life without seeming to take the pandemic as seriously as some of her followers expected. She shared moments from her life on Instagram, showing off family gatherings and outings that would be considered high-risk activities during a global pandemic. This led to a growing wave of criticism from fans who felt that, as a public figure, Joyanna should be setting a better example for her audience. The controversial video and the backlash. Then came the moment that sparked even more outrage. In a video posted to her social media account, Joyanna Duggar was asked about her thoughts on the coronavirus and the pandemic. Instead of expressing concern or acknowledging the seriousness of the situation, she responded with a laugh, as if the question was humorous or unimportant. The video quickly went viral, with fans taking to social media to express their dismay at her response. Many viewers were upset that Joyanna, a mother of 2 young children, would laugh in the face of a global crisis that had claimed the lives of hundreds of thousands of people. To some, it appeared as though she was minimizing the threat of the virus, which was seen by health experts as a grave situation. The fact that she laughed at a question that many people were taking seriously felt like an insult to those who had lost loved ones or were living in fear of the disease. "I can't believe she's laughing about a pandemic that's killing people," one commenter wrote. "This is not a joke. Does she not realize how serious this is?" Another fan expressed disappointment, writing, "It's disappointing to see her not take this seriously. We all have a responsibility to protect our families and the vulnerable in our communities. She should be setting a better example." For many fans, Joyanna's flippant response was not just a moment of poor judgment, but a sign of her overall approach to the pandemic. It seemed as though she was more concerned with maintaining her public image and lifestyle than with the safety and well-being of her family and followers. The Duggar family's response. In the wake of the video and the backlash, the Duggar family did not initially address the controversy publicly. As is often the case with the Duggars, when they are faced with negative attention, their response is often limited to social media posts that maintain the family's values and image. Joyanna herself posted a few days after the incident, sharing a message about how she and her family were doing their best to keep their loved ones safe during the pandemic. However, the post did little to quell the growing anger from fans. Many felt that the Duggar family's attempt to downplay the situation was disingenuous, especially given the severity of the pandemic. Some fans also pointed out that while the Duggars may have remained relatively isolated in their rural Arkansas home, Their public gatherings and lack of social distancing appeared out of touch with the reality many were facing in cities and urban centers. Public perception of the Duggar family's health practices. For many of Joy-Anna's followers, the issue wasn't just her reaction in that specific video. It was part of a larger trend of behavior that seemed to disregard the guidelines put forth by public health officials. The Duggar family's penchant for large family gatherings, frequent public appearances, and close-knit interactions raised concerns about how they were handling the pandemic. While some followers defended the family, arguing that the Duggars lived in a rural area with limited cases of the virus, the overall perception was one of negligence. In particular, fans pointed to Joy-Anna's decision to continue posting videos and pictures that showcased family events during the height of the pandemic without much regard for social distancing or mask wearing. I understand that rural areas might have different experiences, but this whole "we're just going to do what we want" attitude is not okay, one fan commented. It's not just about you and your family, it's about protecting the community. The bigger picture, celebrity influence during a pandemic. Joy-Anna Duggar's controversial response to the coronavirus is just one example of how celebrities and influencers have struggled with the public's expectations during the pandemic. While many public figures chose to use their platforms to encourage safety, spread awareness, and share their experiences in isolation, others, like Joy-Anna, have been criticized for being out of touch or indifferent to the crisis at hand. In the digital age, where social media has given celebrities direct access to their fans, their behavior can have a profound impact on public opinion. In some cases, a celebrity's refusal to acknowledge the seriousness of a situation can inspire others to do the same, leading to dangerous consequences. As such, public figures like Joy-Anna Duggar have a responsibility to lead by example, especially when it comes to issues as critical as a global health crisis. In conclusion, Joy-Anna Duggar's response to the coronavirus pandemic, particularly her reaction to being asked about it in a recent video, has raised important questions about celebrity responsibility and the role of influencers in shaping public behavior during a health crisis. While her laugh may have been an innocent moment, it was perceived by many as dismissive and out of touch with the struggles faced by millions worldwide. The controversy surrounding her response highlights the broader issue of how public figures, particularly those with large followings, must navigate their influence during times of crisis. Whether Joy-Anna and the Duggar family will adjust their public approach to the pandemic remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: in an age of social media, every action, every word, and every post matters. And for fans, the expectations placed on their favorite stars are more important than ever.